Hi everyone, konnichiwa.
Stay.
Thank you very much for watching our channel, especially the people from Nepal and people in Nepal. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Thank you very much. Today we have a great guest here, Mr. Bishnu from Pokhara, Nepal.
Yeah.
I'd like to interview him, the new Nepali life in Tokyo, Japan, and good points and things to be improved in Tokyo. He's been here for 5 years now. 5 years now, right?
Yeah.
So let me start with, let me ask him, would you please share a bit of self-introduction about yourself?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
First of all, thank you very much for
Thank you very much.
inviting me as an interview.
Thank you very much, Mr.
And I feel very great to be in your channel.
Same here.
And I wish luck for your
channel.
Horacchi channel also. I'm Bishnu Subedi. I'm from Nepal. My hometown is Pokhara in Nepal.
Pokhara.
And I have been living in Japan since 5 years. Almost it's 5 years.
5 years now. It's 2019 now.
Yeah. I'm living with my family. I have my wife and my daughter here, and I'm working for an IT and publishing company. Its name is GMT International, which is located in Shinjuku
area. Shinjuku.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, okay, you're living in Tokyo for 5 years now with your family, with your wife and with your daughter.
Yeah.
That's really good. So, first question is, you've been here for 5 years, so you've been working, and what's the, how can I say, your first, things come up to your mind, how's your life in Tokyo, how's things going with you?
For now, it's
for now, yes.
For now, it's everything is going well, and I'm working. My wife is also working part-time, and my daughter is involved in the school. She's going to school.
That's good.
I'm with my family, and that's a great thing for the people who is struggling in the foreign countries.
Okay.
That's a good part to be in with family, because you can struggle together. And another thing, that my job is going well as well.
So family things and job things?
Job things are going well. It's good for now. In my earlier days, I have struggled to get things done.
Okay.
Like I was unwell about the things that I can express in Japanese language, and some knowledge about Japan as well. So for now, it's going great. I'm doing great. I think for my life and for my family. So it's going well.
So far, so good.
Yeah,
it's
so
balanced.
far so good. Yeah,
that's
it's
really
balanced.
good. Stable and
Yeah.
balanced, and enjoying your life in Tokyo.
Sure.
That's really
Sure.
good. Really good. Okay. So first of all, what was the motivation to go over to Tokyo? And you had a lot of choices, right? Like US or European countries, but Japan, right? What pushed you to come over here? I mean, what was the motivation to come over Tokyo and start working here?
In this point, I have to go to my backstory in Nepal. I was from a middle class family. For now, I'm also a middle class family, but at that time when I was studying and when I was struggling with my life, that time life was a bit hard. In Nepal, being in a middle class family is like you have to struggle to get things done. Like if you wanted to do something, you have to dream about it. Like I wanted to have a laptop with me, but that was a dream for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dream.
That was a dream at that time, because I have to spend 50 to 60,000 Nepalese rupees at that time.
I see. Okay.
When I was studying, there was no money with me, so I struggled. I have to struggle to get that laptop. So being a middle class family, everyone has the dream to get their things done in their life. Main point was to earn some money to set a stable life. Everyone has a dream to do that thing. So main thing that brought me into Japan was the money related things. I wanted to earn some money.
Of course, that's very important.
That's important for life as well. And some other things, that being a passionate IT guy, I always wanted to explore new things in my life, and inside of IT related things.
I see.
I always wanted
IT professional.
to get things I wanted to touch things with my hands. Like if there is some new product, I just go and explore. That was my dream since when I was in my secondary level school.
Okay.
I wanted to touch computer, but there was no possibility to touch computer at that time.
Touch computer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was my dream on that time.
Couldn't even touch it.
Yeah,
Okay.
couldn't even touch it. But when the time passes, I started being able to do that things after getting the 10th class examination. I have to come to the city area from the village. So at that time, I started using computer. I started to touch the computer.
Oh, good.
That was like a dream at that
Okay.
time.
How did you feel? When you
It was I couldn't express that feeling at that time. When I touched the computer, I
Okay.
found that I will do something with this thing.
Okay.
This
felt
thing
like
is for my life. Yeah.
Oh yeah, on your future.
Yeah, I felt like that. But
That's
that was that time dream. I'm just adding these things because I was from a middle class family, and as I stated already, you have to struggle to get things done. If you are with a middle class family. So I started using computer in between the study and I started some jobs as well. My first job was
Part-time job.
Part-time job. Yeah.
At the same time studying, right?
So. At that time, I used to work as a typist in a typing firm. They used to type reports, and we call thesis also. And I started using the computer at that time, and I started learning things
To make some money and
to make some money.
Computers. I see.
From that time, I attached my personal feelings and my life attached to computers. I started learning new things. I started Googling. If I didn't know anything that comes in my mind, I just go to Google and type the things. That's how my story started at that time.
Okay.
But before getting into job, I used to work for free for some IT-related companies over there, like we call cyber cafes.
Okay, cyber cafes.
Cyber cafe and communications shops over there. Just to get into computer, I served there for free. I didn't get any money, but I go there. I help them.
Okay, that's how you wanted to touch computers so badly.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was that time's dream. But the dreams changes between with the time. So when I grew up, when I started earning some amount after my marriage, I thought I have to do some more things in my life, because staying in the same place or staying with the same kind of category, I couldn't pursue my dream, and I couldn't fulfill the dream of my family as well. So after graduating from college, I searched for the things related to my interest. One of my colleague who was working in Japan at that time, he suggested me, why don't you try Japan? It's a good country.
Are you a
to be.
relative?
Yeah.
Already working in Japan?
Yeah, that was my
He suggested you to.
He suggested me to try for Japan. There were more options, but at first I tried Japan, and Japan accepted me, and I applied for a company. They allow me to work with them. They allow me the visa as well. So that's how I came to Japan.
Okay.
That's the story that brought me into Japan. Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of work, in terms of, visa things, and
Yeah.
in terms, what pushed you to come over to Japan?
The main thing that I came to Japan was to earn money, of course.
Of course, that's
but,
important.
But there are lots of the things that I earn besides money after being in Japan. Like I learned many things related to the manner, the time management, and the systems, like working systems and everything. Everything is going on manner in Japan. So I think my choice was good. My decision at that time was good, because I'm doing a kind of best thing in my life, I guess, after being in Japan. So that's how I came
I
to
see.
Japan. Yeah.
I see. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's a very good opinion. And at the same time, let me ask you this. Maybe some of the viewers are interested in these points.
Yeah.
I mean, you were married when
Yeah.
you decided to come over to Japan, right?
Yeah.
How did you manage the family things? I mean, it's thank you very much. It's very understandable. I mean, in terms of work, in terms of business, but in terms of family things, in terms of relative things, how did you decide? I mean, to come over to Japan all by yourself at the first stage?
Yeah.
You had your daughter at that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a brutal decision in my view, but if you wanted to do something new, or if you wanted to upgrade your life, you have to do some sacrifice as well. In my view, if you won't sacrifice on something, then you couldn't go anywhere. At that time, I decided to come to Japan. By lifting my family over there was the hard decision to take, but I have to take that because I have the full responsibility of my family, my daughter, my father and mother, my brothers also. So I took that as a lesson in my life.
After that as a lesson?
Yeah, that was a lesson.
Very positive.
Yeah, that was a lesson that I gained from the decision. I came here and I came directly to a working visa, so I can apply for my wife's visa spouse visa after some time. So I applied for the visa. They granted the visa. My wife came. Yeah, my wife came here within the 6 months that I came here.
That's very good. That's very good.
But that was also a brutal decision because my daughter was alone in Nepal. I left her with my relatives over there, and I think that was a bad decision. But we were struggling, my wife and me were struggling for her also, because we have to set up our future. In Nepal, every parents, in Japan also there are some aspects, but in Nepal we have to take full responsibilities of our child's, and I have done that. Every parents in Nepal are doing the same thing that I am doing. So that was a hard decision to take. But for now, if I wouldn't take that decision at that time, I would have been in somewhere struggling for the things. And for now, I can set a good life for my family.
You've done it. You made it.
Without that decision, I think this wouldn't have been possible. So at that time, that was a good thing. For now, I'm just thinking that at that time, that's only the option which I have at that time. But for now, I bring my daughter with me. My wife is with me, and it's going well.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. But it's very hard, brutal decision, right?
Yeah.
That's not like a typical kind of decisions that everybody can make.
Yeah.
Right. So how did you explain your wife, or convince your wife and daughter? Yeah, you yourself come over to Japan first. You just left them, right? You left them and come over to Tokyo. So how did you get your wife's cooperations on that point?
We are together since a long time. Like, I just want to share this story as well, because we got love married. Love, and it was arranged as well.
That's good.
I say love arranged. So,
Okay.
love arranged.
So when did you meet her?
We studied together since class 8.
It's class 8.
Yeah.
Class 8. That means,
but
since you're 15 or 14.
Almost it was 15, I guess.
Oh wow. Okay. 15.
we were like studying together, but
that's very
we were not in love at that time. But when the time passes, we feel like she likes me or I likes her, I love her, and we express our feelings as well.
That's exciting.
Yeah, and if you marry someone who knows you from your childhood, is a good thing. Yeah, because she knows everything about you, like what you like, what you dislike, your dreams, and your professions.
Yeah.
So after finishing the plus 2, we call like 12 in Nepal. Yeah, after passing the 12.
Okay.
At that time I was 20, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, we decided to take our relationships to the next level.
Means?
by marrying.
Okay. Got married.
Yeah.
We were both 20.
Yeah, we
years of
we
age.
both were on our 20s.
Okay.
At that time, we go to our parents, ask them to, like, we have been in love since a long time.
Yeah, long time since we did, right?
Yeah. We want to get married, and we want to take this relationship, and we want to keep this relationship forever.
Very good. That's very good. Are you seeing this? Channel.
Yeah. Sorry for sharing the story, Bimla, but that's how I can express my love with you.
That's very good. That's very good.
And we both convinced our parents, and they were also happy with us, and they allow us to get married. And we married with their decision, like they choose us to get married. So that's why I'm calling this love arrange.
Yes.
So after getting married, you feel like you become a responsible person.
Of course, yes.
Before marriage, you were only one. You just have to work little to get some foods and some dresses.
Everything just yourself.
But after marrying, you have some more responsibilities in your life.
Very responsible. Yeah, of course.
So at the age of 20, I felt that, I have some more responsibilities in life. I have to do something. That time the economic part of my life was not that much good.
Okay.
I was just working for some companies.
You mean financial condition?
Yeah,
right?
for the financial condition. I started searching for jobs. I started searching for something new that I can go with. So I started working with some newspaper printing company over there. I started designing things.
I see.
I have done some computer class, teaching class as well. On part-time. And when the time passes, I just gain the knowledge of IT related things. I started, my main dream was, my main profession in Nepal was a graphic designer that I'm doing in Japan as well.
Okay.
I started learning new tools to get better quality of
all your experiences.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at that time, there were more dreams. When the time passes, the dreams are new. Like for that time, your dream was just to get some good job, just to get some extra money to live a life. But according to the time, the dreams became new. Like you wanted some motorcycle, and or a good place to live, like a house.
Yeah, I know.
And after giving birth to my first child, Biplavi, my responsibility, my responsibilities increases, like expanded. It's get expanded. So when the responsibility expanded, you have to take new challenges in your life. I guess everyone has to take that. I have done according to the nature.
You got your daughter born in Nepal, right?
Yeah. She was born in Nepal, and after my birth of my daughter, I think it was good luck for me to I get some.
Very positive.
My economic condition was a bit good. Before the time that when I was from I just started a photo studio, like as my own business over there. I set up that with some loan with my friends and family. I started searching.
That business yourself.
Yeah,
That's good. Photo studio.
Yeah, the name of the business was Zoom Photo Studio.
Zoom what?
Zoom, ZOM, Zoom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. That sounds lovely.
It became like popular in that area.
Oh yeah,
in
good.
a short span of time.
Oh yeah.
At that time, I was studying in a college, and I was running my business as well.
Oh my God!
I was giving time to my family.
Oh yeah.
And at the same time, I was working in a college also as a IT as a IT administrator.
Oh yeah. Okay.
My main job at that time was to go to college. To go to the office and to handle the business as well. So I managed everything at that time.
3-4 things at the same time.
In that time, I felt that for how long I will be doing this, for how long I have to struggle on these things. So at that time, my wife suggested me that everyone is going abroad, like this guy is abroad. He have done some extra things when he was in Nepal. Yeah,
suggested you.
Yeah. She suggested that why don't you try to be in a good country and get some, because she has some dream. She has some dream with. She has some expectations as well. So.
She knew it, right?
Yeah, she knew it.
Yeah. Potentials and abilities
yeah, of
and
course,
dreams.
I think.
Yeah, to do that.
She suggested me to try some countries.
That's very good.
At that time, one of my relative was in Japan. I asked him
in Tokyo.
He is still in here. I asked him, how can I be there? Like I have this kind of ability within me.
IT abilities,
yeah,
of course.
I have this kind of professions. So how can I be there? So he suggested me some companies like you can apply over there, and he contacted with the company where I'm working, and I approached them to be here.
And the company you mentioned,
GMT International.
GMT, International, provided you the visa.
Yeah.
Okay.
They processed everything, and then since then I am working with them.
Yeah, that's very good story. I mean, exciting, kind of like a movie story, you know.
But in context of Nepal, I think I have to share this story as well. If
please.
You are from a middle class family, everyone had to struggle on things related to this kind of thing.
You mean struggle means survive?
Yeah, to get survived. But if you wanted to get some new steps, you have to do it. Yeah, that's what I have done in my life.
That's very good. That's very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing your story. And also, you come over to Tokyo and start working here, and been working here for approximately 5 years now so far. And you invited your wife and also the daughter. You know, Bimano-san and brother. Now you are living with your family, right? So and after 5 years, approximately 5 years had passed. And what's the impressions of Tokyo? And also Japan and Japanese people. I would like to ask you a frank and honest opinion about what the good things in Tokyo, your life, and also things to be improved, or more frankly, bad point in Tokyo. Yeah, please share with the viewers.
As a foreigner, I'm living in Japan and in Tokyo. People are very helpful. The main thing, helpful. They help each other. Like if I wanted to ask some questions, they don't hesitate to get answer.
Which way should I go to get to this place?
I have some stories about that also. And another thing, living in Japan, you will be some kind of humble person, like humble in things
humble,
like
polite,
and you learn to do everything on time. Like time management of Japan is
on time.
Time
management, like public transportation and everything. And sometimes too much, but
if you give some time to somebody Japanese, they will be on time. They will come on time. Yeah.
Or you 2 minutes late or something like that.
That's the main thing that I love about Japan, and everything is on system, like the public transportations, the manners of people, bus trains, and everything is facilitated, and the security is very good. The safety is very good. So there are lots of the things that Japan has made into several times, like these systems and technologies, and being a technology loving guy.
Technology loving guy. Vision point of view.
Vishnu point of view. That's the Vishnu point of view. I can feel everything. Like if I wanted to purchase a camera, I just go to the store. I can touch it. I can do everything with that, and I can purchase. Like if you want to get on something, then Japan is the best place to be in. Like you can learn the manners, you can learn systems, you can see systems, you can get into technology, and so on. But at the bad part,
At the same time,
I
bad
don't
part,
have
yes.
that much things to share on bad parts. But Japan and Japanese people have to be more open to
more
foreigners,
open, more internationalized.
more internationalized.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are some aging problems and low
Aging
birth rate
populations.
problem. Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
with that, government is also trying to get more foreigners from this appeal.
Exactly.
So-
In Japan, now we are suffering from aging popularity
Yeah.
problem. At the same time, the lower productivity problem.
Yeah.
So Japanese government started to issue since April 2019. By 2025, we are going to issue 350,000
People's
visas.
Yeah.
You know, the
So-
simple working
so
visas,
if-
including
if-
Nepali people.
If government is trying to bring more people, people from Japanese people have to accept them.
Exactly.
Like
Yes.
being open to them, sharing some knowledge with them, and teaching them how to live a better life in Japan
Exactly.
is the main thing
Exactly.
that Japan has to improve. And people from Japan or people from Tokyo have to improve, because being single or being conservative is not that much good.
Conservative,
Yeah,
exactly.
being conservative is
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
much good for them
Yeah,
as well.
we know it. Exactly.
I have some stories recently
yes,
that
please share your story.
that
Yeah.
happened recently. I started doing yoga in my morning time since
Yoga.
last month. Yeah, because
Recently, just recently, yeah.
after doing yoga, I got some positive energy inside
I
me.
see, refreshment and
Yeah.
everything.
So at the time of yoga, I have to make some noise, like that kind of noise.
Something like that, right?
That
Yeah.
kind of noise. But when I made some noise, the guy next to my door,
The resident next door.
he's Japanese. I met him on some places
Okay.
before coming to the residence where I'm living also. So he didn't told me anything like
Directly, no.
yeah, because he knows me, I'm living there. He didn't told me that, Vishnu, you are making noise, please stop that. He could have told me like that.
Yeah.
He can come to my door
Yeah,
and
just friendly way, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I got some noise from there. I got disturbed. Please stop that. If he said that, I will stop that.
I will stop it, right?
But he wrote a letter to the company which is managing my room.
Landlord.
Yeah, landowner. Yeah. And they send me
Letter.
another letter. Yeah, they send me another letter.
to landowner, then landowner
Send me a letter
Oh,
saying,
yeah? Okay.
saying that
It's
there
very
is some noises around the
indirect.
morning. Please, you have to stop that,
Kind of.
because I am living his next door. He is my next. I'm in the next door.
I see. Okay.
He can knock the door and ask me that I am getting some noise. Please stop this.
Yeah.
This is the thing that Japanese people have to improve, because
Right. Yeah.
if
it's
he,
very,
if he
sounds very
complained,
Japanese
yeah,
way. Yeah.
if he complained, then my reputation with the company that which is managing my room is bad now, because he's the next door guy, so he can come over me, and he knows me well, so he can ask me to not to make the noise.
Maybe just ask you.
So
Right.
so people need to be more open in my point of view.
Yeah, from my point of view, as a Japanese point of view, maybe he thought like just knocking on your door and kind of asking you to put him down, that kind of yoga things. Maybe sounds offensive or sounds a little unpolite. Japanese people tend to think it's very indirect kind of rounding way, but I think he thought it's more polite ways to go for it. Maybe I'm not too sure, but how can I say, as a Japanese people living in Japan, being working as a
I know, but my point is that if he was open and if he was more open to foreigner, then he would have say, I'm getting some noise. He can put a letter in my box as well, he directly by himself. But he told that to the company. The company told me. I just made a call to them and explained that that was my yoga time. Then I made the sound. It's a bit complicated things.
This is the kind of gap.
This is my just a suggestion as a foreigner.
Need to be more open.
Just be more open to foreigners. Like we are not from another planet. We are from the same planet.
Right.
And we have the same. we have the same situations as you are feeling in Japan. And we also wanted to get connected with Japanese peoples as well. We wanted to share our things. We wanted to know their things. So being more open to foreigners is the good thing that Japanese people can adopt.
Yeah, I do understand. I do understand. So another question is, what's the, how can I say, the biggest gap between, you know, when you come to Japan, I mean, when you came to Japan about 5 years ago, you saw like Japan is a very friendly country or unfriendly country. I mean, you know, what's the gap between them, you know, before you come to Japan and after you know, living in Japan?
The main problem that a foreigner in Japan feel is the language barrier.
Language barrier, of course. Yeah.
We can speak a bit, but not that much fluently.
ビシュヌでも日本語上手ですよね。
そんな上手
ですね。はい、上手です。Thank you very much. 日本語とっても上手ですよ。Thank you very much. By the way, yes.
By the way, but there is a problem. Like Japanese people wanted to speak their own language. Like you are speaking English well, but there are more people I get. If I started to speak with them in Japanese, but they started. If we were started to speak in English. Suddenly they started to speak in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
Because I think they don't have, most of them don't have that much experience of English as well.
No, and, not even in Tokyo, in the middle of center of Tokyo.
Yeah, and everywhere you can see only Japanese letters, and the kanjis are more difficult.
Exactly.
The main problem after coming in Japan that I faced was also the language problem.
Exactly.
But,
yeah, that's also the things we need to improve.
But the time when the time passes, I started learning Japanese. For now, I can express my things in Japanese, and I can get some ideas to share with people.
How do you manage? I mean, you know, we are going to have Tokyo Olympics 2020, but even in the convenience store in the center of Tokyo doesn't have any kind of English descriptions or guidance, right? So how do you manage when you are, you know, for example, when you do some shopping at the convenience store, how do you find out which one's which? I mean, from sugar and salt and everything.
Yeah, that's the main thing. For me, it was a bit easy because I was aware about the applications that I can use in my mobile.
I see. Okay.
And the translation things.
Okay, you've been translating.
Yeah, I have translated many things. Like for now, also, if I see any on related things to my knowledge, then I take my mobile and take a picture and I draw the kanjis.
Okay.
Yeah, that time also when I was struggling in Japan, that was a struggle for sure. I started using the mobile apps like Google Translator. There are Voicera, everything. There are more applications. I use that application when I was in hospital also. I just say in my language, then that will translate into Japanese. Like mero pet dukheko cha. If I say mero pet dukheko cha, that will translate that onaka itai.
Okay.
So
I see, in Nepali language.
In Nepali language. So that was the thing that I have done in my earlier life in Japan. For now also, because there are thousands of kanjis, you couldn't understand that. Yeah. And I have been working with Nepali community, so that's why my language, my Japanese language is not that much good. Because
and please watch Horacchi Channel, please.
Sure. And I just want to add that Horacchi Channel is doing great to teach Japanese in a simple way, and it's like a university of Japanese language.
Oh, so, sorry about that. Thank you very much.
I will suggest everyone to subscribe this channel and watch more videos.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing your stories and your work in Tokyo and good things and things to be improved in Tokyo. And what's your current? I mean, your goal or your how you manage your things around you in terms of business, in terms of family. And I heard that you took a bound to US, right? As
Recently,
a kind of ambassador
yeah,
of the Facebook.
yeah. I
right?
went to United States before some month. There was a program organized by Facebook. The Facebook sponsored that event for me. I applied for the visa. They granted the visa.
Great, great. You've done great thing.
I learned many things over there, like what is Facebook is doing or trying to do, and what the new products they are trying to invent, and the current position of Facebook in terms of IT. It was like being in a great place to know the things of related to technology. And in Japan also, I'm working on the same kind of field. My main profession is graphic designing, but I am doing some web related things like web designing and web applications. Being an IT guy, to be in that kind of place like in US was I think one of my dream come true.
Great, great.
Yeah,
and Facebook invited you to come over there, right? To take part in the event, big event, right?
Yeah.
Wow, great.
Yeah, that was a kind of dream of my life that I made it.
Yeah, made it.
I want to thank Facebook from bottom of my heart, and also Japan, because if I wasn't in Japan and I wasn't doing something over here in Japan, I think I would have unable to pursue that dream.
Oh well.
So I'm happy with the things that going in my life.
So glad to hear that. So good. It's so good to hear that. I mean, okay. So what is that? Another question is, from your point of view as a Nepali people living in Japan for 5 years and been doing really good in terms of family and in terms of business, both ways. You've been taking balance in a very good ways. It's really respectable, And at the same time, how do you describe the Nepali communities in Tokyo or Nepali communities? How do they, helping each other, supporting each other, working together in the center of Tokyo and in Japan? The Nepali communities in Japan, in Tokyo.
The community of Nepalese people are around 85,000 for now.
85,000.
But it's increasing. When
still increasing.
Yeah,
a lot.
it's increasing. When the number increases, the problems and the challenges also increases. In my view,
of course.
For now, Nepali people in Japan are doing great. In my point of view, they have the kind of power to work, to study, to do things related to their profession, their visa status, their life. The main thing that I wanted to suggest to Nepali people in Japan is to learn some new things from Japan, because Japan has many potential things for Nepal, like as I said, the time management things and the manners and the politeness of Japanese people, and overall the development phase of Japan is something that we can adapt to our countries as well. So many people have not decided to stay longer or further their life to spend in Japan. So many of them, when I talk to my friends, some of my families, they always say that we'll be staying little time in Japan, but we'll go our country. So if you are planning to go to country, or if you are planning to return to your country, you have to adopt some knowledge over here. Like if you are working with some supermarket, just learn the things with the supermarket. Then you can start your own business over there in Nepal. Or if you are working with IT related things, just learn the things related to IT, learn the business manners, learn the ideas, get some ideas about the things, then implement that into your country. By doing that, Nepal will get good quality of employees and good quality of businessmen, and it will adopt the things, the good things from Japan as well, because Japan has done many things related to technology, related to development, related to public transportations and everything. So many things that Nepali people in Japan can learn the things from Japan. I suggest them to learn the things and make your life stable over here. Don't do illegal things and stay between the rule. Yeah, that's it.
Great.
That's what I can say. Because
great
I'm not living for more time.
Opinion. Thank you. It's very experienced point of view. Thank you very much. So the last question. I mean, not a question maybe, but would you please give a kind of message, send a message to those of the Nepali people who are living in and watching this in Nepal and also in Tokyo, maybe in your language, Nepali language.
Okay. So, सबैलाई धन्यवाद हेरिदिनु भयो. Horacchi Channel मा तपाईले जापानिज भाषा कसरी सिक्ने भन्ने कुरा एकदम बेसिक कुराहरुबाट सिकाउनुहुन्छ उहाँले. उहाँकै अनुरोधमा म यहाँ इन्टरभ्यु भनौं यो सानो कुराकानीको लागि आएको. मैले आफूले भोगेका जापानमा देखेका कुराहरु मात्रै शेयर गरेको हुँ. म त्यत्रो धेरै लामो ठुलो नलेज भएको मान्छे पनि होइन. उहाँले गर्न लागेको जुन अहिले नेपाली कम्युनिटीसँग जब जापानिजहरु यसरी चाहिँ अब जोडिन चाहनुहुन्छ भने हामीले पनि सहयोग गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने मलाई लागेर म आज उहाँलाई समय दिएर आएको हुँ. आफूले जानेको कुरा उहाँसँग सिक्नु र मैले जानेको कुरा उहाँलाई सिकाउनु उहाँ चाहिँ सहयोगी भावनाको हुनुभएको भएर पनि मेरो तपाईलाई अनुरोध चाहिँ के छ भने यो भिडियोलाई सकेसम्म शेयर गरिदिनुस् आफ्नो साथी सर्कलमा. प्लस अब अरु थप यसमा जस्तै यो च्यानलमा तपाईले अरु केही कुराहरु चाहिँ नयाँ होस् भन्ने चाहनुहुन्छ भने मलाई अथवा डाइरेक्ट हाम्रो होराची सेन्सरलाई पनि तपाईले मेसेज गरेर भन्न सक्नुहुन्छ. मेन कुरा चाहिँ जापानको लाइफलाई सकेसम्म ब्यालेन्स गरेर लैजानुस्. लाइफ त्यति सजिलो त छैन, जति हामीले कुरा गरिन्छ त्यति सजिलो त जापानको लाइफ सधैँ छैन. तर ब्यालेन्स गर्न सक्ने हो भने तपाईहरु पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ मजाले. किनकि धेरै कुरामा हामी अल्झिनुपर्छ, भिजा रिलेटेड कुराहरु छन्, धेरै कुराहरु छन्. त्यही हो, माया गरिदिनुस्. उहाँले जुन नेपालीहरु कम्युनिटीसँग आउन जुन प्रयास गर्नुभएको छ त्यसलाई पनि सपोर्ट गरिदिउँ हामी सबैले मिलेर. मैले त मेरो तर्फबाट गरेकै छु, अझै पनि गर्नेछु. तपाईहरुले पनि सपोर्ट गरिदिनुस्, च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनुस्, शेयर गरिदिनुस्, आफ्नो साथी सर्कलमा बाँडिदिनुस्. केही नयाँ कुरा छन् तपाई जुन जान्न चाहनुहुन्छ जापानिज कम्युनिटीबाट, उहाँले स्मल एन्ड मिडियम एन्टरप्राइजेसहरुको बिजनेसको डिल गर्ने जुन तरिकादेखि लिएर जापानिज भाषाको अहिले एन्ड फोकस सिरिज चलाउँदै हुनुहुन्छ. प्लस अरु कामहरु पनि उहाँले यो च्यानलबाट गर्नुहुन्छ. शेयर गरिदिनुस्, सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनुस्. That's all.
Okay, I can understand the Horacchi Channel and small medium enterprises.
Yeah, I told that Horacchi Channel is doing great with his channel, and he's trying to express his knowledge within the channel. And he's trying to get connected with Nepali community in Japan also. So please share this video, make some subscription.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's all I say in my language.
Vishnu, thank you very much, and I'm so happy and we are really proud to have you here as a first interviewee.
Yeah,
I mean here.
Same here, because for me it's my first interview as well.
Okay. So you've been working as an interviewer, but this is first time.
Yeah, this is first time. I don't have that much experience of interviewing, so. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for your time as well.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Really, yes, thank you very much. Really, ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Yes, Namaste. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I hope you can do that. See you. Bye bye. Thank you. ありがとうございました。Namaste.
Namaste.